Are you ready to lime? We're liming with the latest, hottest Ragga Soca superstar, Nessa Preppy.
I come out to wine, boy, I come here to wine. I come here to wine, my waist down low. I come out to wine, boy, I come here to wine. I come here to wine and go down low. And let me show you how the Tingo.
We're laughing, talking, smiling, reflecting about everything under the sun. This is real Caribbean style fun. Join me and soca superstar Nessa Preppy on Liming with Monique on Carib Nation TV. Hello, my name is Monique Marie McSween and welcome to Liming with Monique. Today we are liming with the queen of Ragga Soca. She is exceptionally talented and she's gorgeous, Nessa Preppy.
It's a snack. It's a something fun. Strictly facts. From front or the back. One big girl's team. It's a snack pack. It's a scene. Every carnival.
Nessa Preppy, welcome to Carib Nation TV. Are you ready to lime?
Yes, Monique, I'm ready to lime and thank you for having me.
Real gal whining, real woman whining. Real gal whining, real woman whining. Real gal whining, real woman whining. It's a scene. It's a scene.
I was born in Germany. My mom is Trini, my dad is German, and I went to Trinidad at the age of 4, where I lived out my years for primary school, high school, jobs, my entire life. So, I was born in Germany, but I wasn't really brought up there. So I was brought up in a very Trini household. The culture is something that at 4 years old, when I was brought across to Trinidad, the culture is something that I adapted to very quickly, fell in love with from a young age, fell in love with the music, soca music at a young age. I remember I heard Marshall's song Big Truck and I fell in love with the carnival, the lifestyle of the soca artists and all of that from a young age. I would perform in my primary school calypso competitions. I would always partake in culture and arts and all of that. And, it just kind of molded me into the person that is here with you today.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Nissa, people are in such awe of you, and we all wondering, how did you get into soca? Like, did you always see yourself as this amazing celebrity? Did you ever imagine when you were growing up that you would experience this level of success and stardom?
Not really, I just followed my heart, followed my dreams, and I worked towards what I knew that I wanted. I really always felt like entertainment is something that I would do well in because I was always making jokes, laughing, dancing, singing for my friends and my siblings. So I always knew it's something that it was a calling for me.
Right.
So I didn't really know where it would take me, of course, but I was definitely sure that it was what I wanted to do. And, I'm thankful for the many different opportunities that have been presented to me.
Wow, that's such an inspirational life story that you have shared in terms of you knew what you wanted to do, you knew what your gift and your talent is, and you pursued that. And so I want to congratulate you for doing that because that is certainly inspiring other young women who look at you and aspire to follow in your footsteps. And so, Nissa, that's a great segue to my next question, which is, for those young girls who want to be a Nessa Preppy and they want to follow in your footsteps, what advice do you have for them?
I would advise any young lady to be unapologetically yourself. Don't try to be anybody else. Don't try to, I mean, you would be inspired by people, of course, because I myself have been inspired by others, but do not feel like you need to change or alter yourself to suit what you think, what you think they'll want from you. You be unapologetically yourself at all times. Of course, always take advice, because I was very rough around the edges, still is. So always take advice, and take what you need to take out of the advice. Don't let somebody tell you, oh, you need to change this and you need to change that. Still be you. But if they're giving you good advice, take out from the advice what you think is needed for you.
So we look at you and we see, you're gorgeous, you're glamorous, you're sexy. And so many women, look at you and they go, oh my gosh, if I could only look like that. So Nessa, share with us, what is your self-care regimen? Like, what do you do to look this gorgeous all the time?
Well, I personally, I wouldn't say I look really gorgeous all the time. I have my days, but I just do what suits me, which is I take care of my skin. I take care of my body. I do things that I believe suits my style, because sometimes, that's an important thing, because certain things you wear, you want it to really, your outfits, your glam, all of that, you want it to speak for itself when people see you. So I put a lot of thought into what I wear, how I do my hair, and just, make time for yourself. That's what I would tell any woman. Make time for yourself. Try different looks, try different outfits, see what suits your body type, see what suits your style. Even if you're very, I'm very tomboyish, so I like a lot of sneakers and all those kind of things. But sometimes I know there's a time and place for that. So I tend to, even when I have to dress a little more ladylike, I tend to do things that still is in the realm of something that I would wear. So, you mightn't see me with a long frilly dress with a lot of trail and all of that. But, I would probably wear a nice chic dress that would more suit the sporty kind of vibe that I have.
Oh my gosh. Walk it and broke it, take it and tuck it. Gyal, away you wind up your bumper. Sit down and juke it and jam it. Gyal, away you wind and bend over. Whole night we are jam. All that gyal in this session. When they step out in their little short pants, them and them no stand a chance. Gyal, pull up. Oh my gosh.
All the gyal them instruction time.
Yeah. Wind and go down.
Check your time, man.
Sit down, body. Salty, let me go, hey. She wine for nothing. She wine back, climb for nothing. She wine back, climb for nothing. She wine back, hey you can't pull up. She wine for nothing. She wine back, climb for nothing. She wine back, climb for nothing. She wine back, back it up, back it up. Girl, sit down, walk it and broke it, take it and tuck it. Girl, away you wind up your bumper. Sit down and juke it and jam it. Girl, away you wind and bend over. Whole night we are jam. All that girl in this session. When they step out in their little short pants, them and them no stand a chance. Y'all pull up, she wine for nothing. She wine back, climb for nothing. She wine back, climb for nothing. She wine back, hey you girl pull up. She wine for nothing. She wine back, climb for nothing. She wine back, climb for nothing. She wine back, back it up.
Sit down on it, girl. Sit down on it, girl. Wine on it, girl. Go down on it, girl. Back it up. Start manage it, girl. Take your time when you're whining.
She wine back, climb for nothing. She wine back, climb for nothing. She wine back, hey you girl pull up. She wine for nothing.
give
Yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let's switch a bit now to your music, which has just taken the airwaves by storm. We all love it. What is the inspiration behind Splash and Tingo? And I love that Splash video. Tell me what and it's a snack. What like how do you wake up in the morning with this thing in your head? Where does this genius come from?
Well, now songs like Tingwan is a snack that was co-written between myself and my manager, Soca Banton. And then songs like Splash, someone wrote that for me and Patrice, a guy called Shumba, he wrote that song for us. But the thing is, whether it's written for me or written by me, what I like to do, I like to always put myself in the mind of the feta, in the mind of the female, especially the female party goers, because I really like to, envision what it would be like to be out in a fete and you're hearing these words and what these words could do for me, while I enjoying myself. Could they empower me? Would they make me feel sexy? So it is a snack. We really wanted to capture the female personality. And I think we did just that because the females, really took to that song. Everybody wanted to be a snack. Everybody wanted to have a snack pack, which is a group of female friends. Everybody wanted to come out on the road and just get on bad for that one. So with that song, we just put I just put my mind into what the female feta would want to hear. Now with Tingo, it was the same thing, but this time it was more from a personal standpoint than anything, because I was more thinking along the lines of, when you come to a fete, what you really come to do? You come out to wine. And there are men that will come to wine on you. And the men have this way, they like to feel like, they're always in control. And then I just say, let me flip that and say, let me show you how the thing go. Because I want to show you how the thing go, if you understand.
Love
Then
it.
with Splash now, when you combine a force like Patrice Roberts, and then you combine a crazy, crazy chick like me on that song, you're just going to get pure energy, pure vibes. And again, something for the female party goers. Most importantly, I think female representation in soca music is integral because, when you go to a fete, women make the fete at the end of the day. Yes, we love the men and the men there too.
True.
But the women make the fete. So all the female artists, all the female DJs, all the female party goers, we play a major role in the soca world. So I always like to keep that in mind.
Yes. And what you're saying is so true in terms of women, and we make the fete and how we feel in a party, and we see you on stage and we see the glamour and the lights. But we know that there are things that go on beyond or behind the stage that is all not glitz and glamour, right? There's a lot of hard work. Share with us what we do not see on stage, all the things that you go through to really put on this fabulous performance for the world.
People, as you say, they see the glitz and the glam, but sometimes, as artists, you're running from one show to the next, right. So you might be very tired, and you can't show that, of course. You can't show the audience or the people in the event that you're tired because you came to entertain them, of course. So sometimes you may be tired. And for females, it's totally different because for men, they get to sleep up until the last half hour right before in the hotel room. They just have to shower and probably throw on a shirt and probably throw on a jeans that they wore 4 times already. And for us, you have to make sure your outfit is ready. You have to make sure your outfit is fitting properly because you don't want any wardrobe malfunctions while you're on the stage. You also have to make sure your makeup is on point because everybody's going to ask you for pics. So it's like a lot. Your hair, your shoes have to be comfortable because if it's a venue where you have a long walk in and you have on heels, especially when you're out of Trinidad. Now, Trinidad, you would already know what you're going to get when you hear, okay, I'm going to do a show in Naparima Bowl, or I'm going to do a show in the Savannah, or wherever, because you're done already average in your mind, okay, so the parking lot is here, the stage is there, all right, I could walk that. But sometimes you're abroad and you don't know a venue. So y'all might park here and then you have like a whole long walk up some stairs, down some stairs. So you have to really put into consideration a lot when it comes to a female artist, especially clothing, hair, makeup, shoes, everything. And then with the performance aspect now, you have to make sure that you and your DJ are in sync, because with soca we don't perform like international artists where they just stay one spot and they sing their song. We have to move about. We have to engage the audience. We have to play with the audience and get them hype, So sometimes you might cue your DJ, and your DJ have to be able to pick up that cue and know, okay, this song is coming next. All right, I heard she say water, so all right, that means it's time to play splash. That kind of thing. So it's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And speaking of a lot, Nessa, we know that you have your stage persona, you know who you are on stage, but then you're a real woman. I mean, we see you as a celebrity, but we know that you're a real woman doing things or a real human being doing things that normal people do. So let's do a kind of girls talk right now to talk about the Nessa who is not on stage, right? So, because I know everybody's burning like, what is Nessa like not on stage? So Nessa, I have a few questions for you as we kind of switch the conversation a bit. So do you cook? I mean, I can't cook, so don't feel bad if you don't cook. I don't cook and I can't cook, but do you cook? And what's your favorite dish?
Yes, I can cook. I do cook. Right now that I'm not in Trinidad, I'm not cooking as often because I'm busy when I'm out here, sometimes you go out at 1 and you're not back in the house until 8 because the time, the traffic, it's bigger than Trinidad, of course. Wow. So I do love to cook, and I cook one of my favorite meals, I would say, is pilau. I love it with a good coleslaw.
Yes.
It can't get better than
that. Wonderful. And then speaking about food and cooking, so I mean, you look fabulous. Obviously, you're in shape. You do a wonderful job of taking care of yourself. But as a real human being, Nessa, do you have off days? Like, is there any day when you just want to eat like a whole cake or a gallon of ice cream?
Every day. Every day, of course. But, you can't let it get the best of you. I mean, I love sweets. I think I have a sweet tooth. I love cake. I love ice cream. I love milkshakes, all those things. But in moderation, everything is in moderation. So, how I would eat now, I'm 28 now. So how I would eat when I was 22 versus how I would eat now is different. Because when I was younger, I would eat everything that I could get my hands on. I would eat fast food, I would eat ice cream, and you wouldn't see a thing. But now you can't do that because, when you get older, the pounds start to come on. And I don't mind the pounds, because I honestly, I like to be a little more full-figured. I would want to be a lot more full-figured than I am. But, it is a thing where, yes, you gain the size, but you have to work out as well.
No, Candace, I can't. That's what I pay you for. Splash! I don't care. Get it done.
Candace again?
Yes.
Oh, what the Dickens? Oh, gosh.
Patrice. And Nessa Preppy.
The tiles, honey.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'm here for the viewing of the venue for the wedding reception.
So Cause them want me single. Them man want to mingle.
Oh, I love this. We can use this as a focal point with my floral arrangement. Oh, and this area here for the family. Look, this is fabulous. Oh, yeah.
Patrice again. Nessa!
Yeah.
That's right. Patrice again. Nessa! We go kill him with the wine, girl. Kill him with the wine, girl. That's right. Splash. Body wet up. Wet girl, where the man them prefer. Drip drop on a wine and bubble. Body wet like prefer, baby. Splash. Body wet up. Wet girl, where the man them prefer. Drip drop on a wine and bubble. Body wet like prefer, baby. Splash.
What you call that sauce? Kinda wine make man want divorce. Cause them want me single. Them man want to mingle.
Where you are? Loose this. Want to taste some sweet juice. Hey, I go give you the wine, but you have to work for this ride. Splash.
Body wet up. Wet gal with the man them prefer. Drip drop when I wine and bubble. Body wet like river, baby. Splash. Body wet up. Wet gal with the man them prefer. Drip drop when I wine and bubble. Body wet like river, baby.
Everywhere you see me, I bet I'm in looking dreamy. I bet you're seeing this steam there, and this walking that tail.
What you like? Looseness? Want to somebody juicing? I go give you the wine, but you have to work for this ride.
Splash. Body wet up. Wet girl, where the man them prefer. Drip drop on a wine and bubble. Body wet like prefer, baby. Splash. Body wet up. Wet girl, where the man them prefer. Drip drop on a wine and bubble. Body wet like prefer, baby. Splash. Body wet up. Wet girl, where the man them prefer. Drip drop on a wine and bubble. Body wet like prefer, baby. Splash.
What you call that sauce? Kinda wine make man want divorce. Cause them want me single. Them man want to mingle.
Where you are? Loose this. Want to taste some sweet juice. Hey, I go give you the wine, but you have to work for this ride. Splash.
Body wet up. Wet gal with the man them prefer. Drip drop when I wine and bubble. Body wet like river, baby.
Splash. Body wet up. Wet girl, where the man them prefer. Drip drop on a wine and bubble. Body wet like prefer, baby.
Patrice and Nessa Preppy. Let me go pee. Hey.
You really doing, boy?
Honey, you would believe I was thinking the same thing. Who needs to get married? It's Cannibal!
Splash.
Now let's turn to love, right? Do you believe in real love, like real unconditional love? I'm not talking about blood family, but do you believe that two people can have real unconditional love
In a romantic way?
in a romantic way?
Yes, definitely. Yes, because I feel like I have that. So,
That's beautiful. That's beautifulness. And that is quite a blessing because there's so many people who are searching for love right now. So to know that you have it in your life, I have it in my life too, and I count it a blessing every day. That is wonderful. Wonderful.
nice. That's great to hear. I mean, it's something that for some people it comes sooner than later.
Right.
Some people experience it later down in life. But I think everybody should have the opportunity to experience true love. It's sometimes, and I again, when I say true love, a lot of people think, that's some kind of fairy tale thing, but it's not. It's a lot of commitment, a lot of hard work. You're going to probably bump heads with this individual many, many, many times. And I would always advise a woman, as long as it's not toxic, where someone is hurting you physically, mentally, or any kind of thing that is taking a toll on your mental.
Right.
I would always say, if you really love that person, try and stick it out with them. don't take any abuse, of course, but you know, you will have little arguments, you will have little fights, falling out. And again, as long as it's not physically hurtful to you or to them, because I know some of us ladies, we're very violent too. We like to hit, and we don't like to get hit back. So try and do not let it ever get physical or verbally abusive or mentally abusive. Anything where it becomes toxic, yeah, you need to reevaluate. But once it's like, you know, stuff that you could work through, I think always try and stick it out, because really and truly, when you go, sometimes you're searching and you're searching and you're searching, and it don't really have nothing good out there, you know.
So true. That is such excellent advice, Nessa. Excellent advice. Once you share a vision with somebody and you have a common values and respect, and as you said, you know, it's not toxic, then it's worth really looking at and holding together and working through that commitment. I love that. I love that. Let's talk, Nissa, about if you didn't, so let's say in another life, right? Let's say if you had an opportunity to live life all over again and you did not become a super soca star, then what would you be? Like, what would be another profession you think you would like?
I definitely would have been a chef.
Really? So you do cook, you love to cook.
Yes.
Well, you know, culinary arts is all arts. You in the musical arts, but culinary arts, it's all about taking that gifting and that talent and creating something wonderful that others can enjoy.
For real.
So I'm sure you would have been, or maybe in the next 5-10 years, you may go into the culinary arts. And that leads me to my next question. Where do you see yourself in the next 3, 5, or 10 years?
In the next 3, 5, or 10 years, I definitely see myself having a larger body of work in terms of my music. I definitely see myself more evolved as an artist. And I know for sure one of my main goals, long-term goals, is to have a huge catalog of songs. Also to have my own branded apparel, my own branded everything, not just clothing, you know, makeup, perfume, the works.
Beautiful.
And also to represent Trinidad and Tobago to the fullest.
I love your style, Nissa. So you can count me. I'll be your first customer. Please do that sooner rather than later. I love it. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, Nissa, that brings our lime to a close. And I really enjoyed liming with you today. I know our audience did too. Thank you so much, Nessa Preppy, for joining me on Liming with Monique.
Thank you, Monique. And it was a wonderful lime. It's a pleasure. I love your voice. It's so soothing.
And I love your voice. So thank you.
Thank you for the lime.
Thank you for watching Liming with Monique. Stay tuned for the next episode on Carib Nation TV.